Hey everyone, this is Scott Grossberg, author of The iPad Lawyer and The $1 Million iPad, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to rewire your world. I'm going to change what you think is possible and even impossible about using an iPad as a powerful law firm business tool. You know, I still remember taking notes on a legal pad and carrying around a binder of materials and even managing my calendar and to-dos on paper. But those days are going away. The old way of managing your law firm is one of the biggest reasons that lawyers aren't keeping clients and winning cases. Everything has changed. If you're anything like me, I know you're busy. Your time is important. And because of that, you really need to hear this. You know, Thomas Edison once said, "There's a way to do it better. Find it." Smart attorneys have found a better way to do what they do. And it isn't just me. You're on the cutting edge yourself, or you want to be, or you wouldn't be watching and listening to this. But half of your colleagues are still doing things the out-of-date way. And that means they're going to continue to be overwhelmed and frustrated, and they're wasting time, and that's costing them money. There's a simple way to fix all that. Now, I'll admit, I'm passionate about my iPad, and I can't imagine not having it as part of my success toolkit. And I want that for you too. So I'm sharing my personal tips and tricks so that you can become an iPad wizard simply and quickly. I've got to tell you, by the way, that I'm kicking myself for not releasing this earlier. I really hesitated putting out an audio training program for the iPad. You see, I thought my training had to be something you saw, not something you listen to. And then suddenly, I realized that some of the most impactful training that I've ever experienced, and the stuff I keep returning to time and time again, are audio recordings. They give me the ability to put them on my iTouch, iPhone, and even my iPad so that I can listen to them in the car, while working out, and anywhere else I desire. I was sold. I have fully committed myself to this new way of sharing my iPad training with you, and I want you to stop losing time and money trying to cobble together a technology workflow on your own. So what's in it for you? You get a complete reboot on the way technology, and the iPad in particular, can work for you. You know, I feel like Einstein when I say to you, stop following the law of insanity. Stop doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. As I've said before, most of you are still using outmoded and out-of-date ways of managing your law offices, connecting with clients, and storing documents. The way we do business has changed, and you can't afford to wait any longer to keep up. For the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you the exact iPad workflow I've put together for managing my own law practice and being really persuasive with judges, mediators, and clients. You're about to discover powerful secrets for putting your iPad to work with ease and confidence so that you can finally save time, increase your effectiveness, and start being truly mobile. You know, there's a reason your iPad isn't a powerful business tool for you yet. You think that technology is changing so fast that you can't keep up with it, or perhaps you're one of those who believe you're too old to learn new stuff. At the very least, you're probably drowning in information overload. To put it another way, your current way of using your iPad is why you worry about losing valuable time and money trying to remember things. It's why you don't have instant access to information, documents, and exhibits. It's why you're struggling to find the perfect go-to apps to let you do precisely what you want and how you want to do them, and it's why managing your law practice isn't as painless to manage, mobilize, and market as it could be. Lawyers are becoming mobile at an ever-increasing rate. Nearly half of you are using tablets. Unfortunately, most aren't using it effectively or efficiently. Think about it. If you want to be on the cutting edge as an attorney, you need to know this stuff. This is no ordinary training. You get to learn at your own pace and in your own place. So here's what I've developed. Introducing the Blueprint for iPad Success system. The Blueprint for iPad Success system includes my personal iPad checklist to ensure you get the most out of your iPad in the shortest amount of time. You're going to understand what the rest of the legal community is not doing and how you can capitalize on that and capture more value for yourself and your law practice by being mobile. And we're going to get real about the apps that you think you want versus the apps that you must have to drive your profits higher. We're going to use practical and cost-effective iPad accessories for data input and word processing, printing, handwriting, taking incredible notes, audio recording, and even keeping your data secure at work and away from the office. Imagine enjoying the productivity of 2 or more screens with nothing more than your iPad. And you're going to go from frustration and confusion over the countless apps that are available so that you finally understand the real-world pragmatic apps that a working lawyer must have to handle calendars, graphics, time and billing, legal research, note-taking, and even social media. You're going to become a true road warrior as you discover the real secrets of a paperless office and cloud storage. And you're going to capture your thoughts, reminders, and calendar entries in such a streamlined and organized way that you can access and use your information with ease. Rather than continuing to ad-lib the way you use your iPad, we're going to create shortcuts and automated document assembly techniques that keep you from wasting time doing the same thing over and over and over again. And you know what? You're going to have a good time embracing the ever-changing and forward-moving pace of technology. So, if you're ready to get going, go ahead and click on the red button below. Using the Blueprint for iPad Success system is simple and effective, but you're going to have to put some time and effort into making your iPad use a habit. Now, don't worry. I've made that part easy to understand and apply as well. I want you up and running with your iPad as quickly as possible. But you must follow the steps I've laid out for you in my system. It's what I've used, it's what I know works, and it's what will transform you into an iPad wizard. The first step in the system is what I call getting real. We start here because you need to discover what's really possible with an iPad before you can even decide what's right for you. You're going to actually get my own checklists to put to immediate use, checklists for must-have apps, wireless setups, and accessories. And we'll even talk about how an iPad is used in the real world of business and the practice of law. Now on to step 2, something I call getting focused. This is where we talk about powerful accessories and those utilities that will enhance your iPad use. Imagine being able to use your iPad as a second monitor or having multiple screens on just the iPad itself. And of course, you're going to want to know the various ways you can print from your iPad, and we'll even begin a discussion of the best ways to get data and documents on and off your iPad. Now, step 3, that's where we get apps. Everybody's always excited about this step. This is where we talk about specific apps for litigation, mediation, arbitration, calendaring, to-do lists, project management, graphics, capturing time and billing, conducting research, social media options, and a ton more. Next, in step 4, we talk about getting a habit. Imagine how your workflow will be so much better when you learn email shortcuts so that you're not drowning in information overflow. Among other things, I'm going to show you my personal trick for taking an email and instantly creating a to-do reminder item in Evernote. While we're at it, let's learn to create a truly professional look for your email. And don't you think it's time you stop struggling with cloud storage and how to use it? Finally, we come to that step I call rinse and repeat. In this final session, we'll talk about strategies for finding new apps that will continue to help you boost your business and those little sneaky ways to stay up to date on the latest iPad news. And I got to tell you, I'm even going to tip for you the outlines for both my stipulation that I use when agreeing to a digital exchange of documents with other counsel and even the letter I send to clients so that they completely understand how I use technology in the course of handling their legal matters. You've never received this information anywhere else and in this context before. Now, can you see why I'm so excited to be sharing my system with you? Now, by now, I've proven to you that the Blueprint for iPad Success system works. Never has there been a faster, more practical, and quite frankly, more fun way to learn how to put your iPad to use in your law practice. And never has there been a more well-timed moment to do so than right now. This is the same system I use to run my businesses and my life, and I have no hesitation when I tell you that the iPad is going to be the go-to device for all lawyers in the future. Now, I want to give you a chance to use your iPad just like I do, saving time, being more productive, and being more efficient. Here's what you're going to get when you access the Blueprint for iPad Success system. First, all of the main training has been assembled in a series of 5 downloadable audio recordings. We're going to spend more than 5 hours together as you listen in on my tips and tricks. Each of the 5 sessions covers a different component of the Blueprint for iPad Success. And because these are downloads, you can play them in your car or any other mobile device like your iPad. Second, you're going to get my 2 best-selling books, The iPad Lawyer and The $1 Million iPad. And I've even put together a 3rd book just for you called On the Road to iPad Mastery. Now, in it, I've put together all of my iPad articles from the last year and a half, all in one place. You'll be one of the first people to see this. Plus, I'm even giving you 3 additional recordings. 2 are from prior iPad Live events, and 1 is from an introductory iPad teleseminar training that I did. You know what that means? You're actually getting over 8 hours of training with me. I'm going to give you all I've got. This is everything that I personally use and all of the resources that my own business partners and my employees have access to. So, how much would you expect to pay for a system like this? One that is sure to turn you into an iPad wizard and help you save time and make you more productive. This is some of my most compelling and forward-thinking iPad material, which is why it hasn't been released in this format until now. You get everything today. The series of 5 training audio recordings, my iPad Lawyer book, my $1 Million iPad book, my new book, On the Road to iPad Mastery, and 3 additional audio recordings. You get access to everything for only $697. So all you have to do is click on the red button below to get started. Now remember this, the practice of law is not changing. It has changed. If you don't stay current with new technology, other lawyers will. And that's bad for you. So go ahead, click on the red button below, and get started today. The information, tips, tricks, and techniques that I'm sharing with you are all proven because I've personally used them successfully, and I continue to do so. I want that for you. It's your turn. And one last thing. I can't wait to hear about your success stories, and I really want you to tell me how you're getting some massive results from your iPad. I'll see you soon.